Yo, what's up, everybody? We are back with another live stream teaching you guys how to build a stunning WordPress website for free. All right, so the reason why it's free is because it's going to be locally on your computer that you use. If you do want it to be on the internet, you will have to pay for a hosting service and a domain name. Outside of that, I'm going to be showing you how to go about doing it locally on your computer. All right, and there are free options if you do want to have like a website. You can go to GitHub Pages, and you can make a free website that's hosted on GitHub. But the thing is that it's just an HTML page. I believe they do have JavaScript that you can put on there as well, so it has a little bit of functionality, but it does not work as a web page like how you would see on like a Facebook as an example. You know, on Facebook you have it where it connects to a database, and that database sends information to Facebook's front end. So whenever you want to log in to Facebook, it shows up with your feed and all your preferences based off of all the information that they've collected on you. You won't get that functionality from a GitHub Pages or like a free website that is just a site. But if you get a web page that is loaded with information from a database and information from third-party companies and using APIs, or a public interface, a programming interface, application programming interface, that's the acronym. A application programming interface is what API stands for. And essentially what it does, it allows for you to connect to a database and extract information from it so that way you can display it on the front end. Think of it as like a translator. So we're going to be going into how to get started. I know in my previous live stream, I was just, showing you guys like some examples of things that you can do. But I did free up some space on my computer. I am going to start off and show you guys what you can do if you wanted to create your own web page using WordPress. Okay, but before we can do that, let me actually go and show you guys. So let me share my screen. So this is, I just looked up WordPress. So in a previous video, I was telling you guys about how there's a difference between WordPress.com and WordPress.org. Biggest difference is that WordPress.com, it allows for you to have hosting on WordPress. You do have to pay, right? So as you can see, WordPress.com, build a site, sell your stuff, start a blog, and more, right? But it's all hosted on their service. So you can host it and you can get a domain name from them or any other hosting service provider. But what we're going to be doing is going to WordPress.org. WordPress.org is like just the tool itself. It's a software. It is called a CMS, or a customer management system. All right. So this is WordPress right here. What you have to do, I'm on a Windows computer right now. They do allow for you to download for Mac OS and Linux. And if you are a Linux user, you probably call it Linux. But yeah, so let's see. So say get WordPress. All right, so get WordPress. Download WordPress. Let me make sure nothing pops up while I look at this. Where do I want to put it? So let me put this in. I'm trying to see which drive that I have that has a lot of storage. Okay, so this has almost a terabyte. All right, so let me go back, show my screen. So yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and go to my D drive. So I just downloaded WordPress. Okay. It says it's done. Show in folder. Also, guys, if you are enjoying the live stream right now and or watching the replay, I really do appreciate you. Let me make sure I have it downloaded. It says it's downloaded. Let's see. It says done. Okay, there it goes. All right. Let me move this off the screen. I should have got rid of a few things. All right, cool. So this right here, this is our zip file. So I will show you guys how to unzip a file. You can go here. I have WinRAR, is what it's called, WinRAR. But I can just click on it, and I can extract. So I use this free software called WinRAR or RAR, and then I can just extract to the D drive. All right, close that. So as you can see, this is it right here. Thing about this download is that if I go into it, there's another folder. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move this folder into my D drive, and then get rid of this folder right there. And I can get rid of this too. All right, so now we have WordPress. It's WordPress with all its files. Okay. Now, before we can do anything with it, I'll just show you guys what it looks like. Let's see. So here are all our files. These are our PHP files. I can't show you anything with it yet, simply because these are PHP files, and we're going to need to run our server. So this is all of our information for WordPress. All right. So now next, what we're going to do is go to something called XAMPP. XAMPP. XAMPP installers and downloads for Apache friends. Okay, so this is an open source software, and it is developed by Apache friends. Okay, so I like to think of it as like a package. People, if you do want to go the route of doing it locally, you can either download XAMPP or WAMP. So this is WAMP. It looks crazy. All right, cool. So you can go either these two routes. You can go WAMP or you can go XAMPP. WAMP is for Windows computers, so Windows operating systems. But you cannot get it for like a MacBook. But for XAMPP, you can get it for Windows, you can get it for Linux, and you can get it for Apple. Yo, what's up, Wally? You have won the #1 spot. Let me go ahead and give you the #1 spot, Wally. Appreciate you for tuning in. Coming for that #1 spot. All right, man. Appreciate you, bro. All right, so we got XAMPP. So right now I am currently on a Windows computer, and then as you can see, XAMPP for Windows gives you this is the version of PHP that I'm going to be on, so 8.2.12, and as you can see, it says, and this is what you have to be mindful of for compatibility reasons, is that it's recommended that PHP 7.4 or greater, but I have 8.2, so we're good. All right, so I can go ahead and download the newest version of PHP. So XAMPP, yeah, so it's downloading. So I'll put it right here. Boom. So just download it. The installer. I click on yes to install. There we go. So I just clicked on yes, install it, and it says important because an activated user account control. That's interesting. Never seen that before. Okay. So this is a setup wizard. You just go in. This is like the package that I was telling you guys about. So you have a package that says you got MySQL. You have FileZilla FTP server, very important. The mail server, I've never used the Mercury mail server before, but it comes standard. It's like a standard thing. You got Apache Tomcat, it was like the server. Perl, right? You have to use PHP, but XAMPP also provides access for you to be able to use Perl as well, another programming language. And then you also have PHP My Admin, allows you to look at a lot of your files, and it's kind of like a control panel type of thing. Okay. I don't know what fake SendMail is, and I don't know what Webalizer is. Let me look that up. What is Webalizer? Webalizer is a web log analysis software which generates web pages of analysis. Okay, that's cool. Webalizer cPanel. Oh, okay, cPanel. So it goes along with your cPanel. That's what that is. I've seen it before. Okay. And then fake SendMail. Let's see what that is. Fake SendMail for Windows. Generally, all you need to do is install. Okay, no. Look for the mail. Okay, so it allows for you to send fake mail. Then set the send path directive. Okay. That's what fake send mail is. How to configure XAMPP to send an email. Okay. That's cool. I've never used that before, but it's interesting to know. But yeah, so I'm just going to go and get whatever they have recommended. Right, as you can see, they have the Apache server already downloaded. PHP is default to be downloaded, and then we'll just go to click next. All right, so where do you want to install XAMPP? Select a folder. I do not want it to be there. I want it to be here in the D drive. They do not want me to be great. So I have to go in here and then create a folder. Boom. So now there goes my XAMPP. Boom. Click next. Next. Setup is now ready to begin. And then it is going to install. MySQL, for you guys who may not know, SQL is the database language. So whenever you want to work with databases and get information, that is the language that you need to use. It is very widely used. You can make a lot of money from knowing SQL, and overall, it reads a lot out like English. It can get complex if you have never seen some things before, but overall, it is a very good language to know, especially if you want to get into anything relating to data. That's what I use on a daily basis. You have to use some sort of SQL or some flavor of SQL, whether that's MySQL, PostgreSQL, NoSQL database or language like Elasticsearch and MongoDB. So MariaDB is another one that's a relational database. So, it's really good to know. PHP is the programming language for websites. It's used on so many different websites. It's ridiculous. Like you really can't just get away without using some sort of PHP in some capacity. It's almost like saying, like, you need a website that has HTML, hypertext markup language, CSS, cascading style sheets, and you need to have JavaScript. But PHP is in pretty much every single website that you may come across. I'm sure that there are people who go out their way to not use PHP in some instances, but PHP is very popular language. And then you have Perl, which is a very old language, but it is still widely used as well. I don't really see too many people use Perl though. It's still used because it's like older infrastructures. Let me see who uses Perl while we looking. Okay, Perl is a popular scripting language used for data science and analysis. Yeah, I've just never used Perl. Perl is often used as a glue language, tying together systems and interfaces that were not specifically designed to interoperate. Oh, wow. Interoperate and for data munging. that is converting or processing large amounts of data for tasks such as creating reports. That's interesting. All right. Looks like my firewall has blocked some features. I'll allow the access. Yeah, man. This is my, what is it? Yeah, it's my 4th day of posting content every single day. Yep. Posting content every single day for the month of December. All right. Let's see. Okay, so it's finished. So it finally installed. And here we go. So we have, this is the control panel right here. Okay. So we have our Apache, have our MySQL, have FileZilla, Mercury, and Tomcat. Okay. So you can click on Start for Apache, and it started the server. You can click on MySQL, Start, and now you have MySQL. All right. This is my PHP my admin. I can see my MySQL. So I got my schema here, my database, information schema, MySQL. There we go. So as you can see, you got a lot of different tables. All right. And as you can see, this is, I'm trying to see what I can click on without like, let me go to test. There's nothing in test. I'm not trying to give up all the information that may possibly be in there. Yeah, we can create like a new database. What should I name this? Let's see. Before the Billions. And to keep up with the naming convention, it looks like they use all lowercase and they use snake case. So lower snake case is what they use for their naming conventions. What I'm gonna do, let me zoom in a little bit for you guys. This looks better. All right, so this is gonna be the new database here. Before the Billions. Boom, create. All right, so this is our database. I am a data engineer. I'll show you guys a little bit of what I do. Shout out to Wally. He says, damn, the 4th day, still push to make one on this channel, but things tend to pop up to have to push things back. Yeah, I understand that, man. Life always is happening. A good evening. Yes, well, really almost good morning. So, yeah, man. Let's see. Let me just create a table and show you guys what creating a table is like. Let's see. What is this table gonna be? I don't say users. How many columns do I have? Let's just say 4. All right. what do I want for each user? I want the first name underscore name. This is gonna be a character. Last name. And shout out to everybody in the chat. Last name is also going to be a character. I'm going to call it user underscore ID. That's going to be an integer or a number, right? A counting number. And what is this going to be? A timestamp. So this is something that you could potentially see. Date and time, timestamp. Call it this. Insert timestamp. What is this, AI? It doesn't really tell me. Don't know what that is exactly. Alright, so this is going to be... Don't know what that is. I don't know what AI is. That's new. Oh, auto increment. Okay. Yep. So yeah, the user ID is going to auto increment. It's going to go up. Let's see. I don't think we need to worry about any of this other stuff. Maybe just give it a comment. User first name. This is last name. And then user ID. And then timestamp for when user was inserted into table. Okay. Let's see. I think everything else looks fine. Insert timestamp is always going to be current timestamp as a default. User ID is always going to auto increment. I think we should be good. Say for the comment is table to track user information. And then what am I going to do? gives us some SQL. Partition by insert timestamp. Let's see. Let's preview the SQL. I think that we should be good. Let's see. Okay. So what I'm doing now is I'm trying to do this. Let me leave this alone. The table definition is wrong. Incorrect. Click to dismiss. Incorrect table definition. There can only be one auto column, and it must be defined as a key. Did I not already do that? Before I boom. We should be good. What are they talking about? Kind of stumped because this is a auto increment. Yeah, I think that's what was throwing us off. Because I clicked on auto increment because I wanted to auto increment. There we go. Yeah, so that was what was causing the issue, and then I had to create the table first and then make it auto increment. Anyway, so it'll look like if I tried to create a new person, a new user in this table. But yeah, so this is the table structure right here. So whenever we create a person, it'll have first name, last name, user ID, and then insert timestamp. And then if I wanted to write some SQL, count from user, I can run this. So you can see is using this table right here. And then it says I have zero entries into this table. Okay. And then if I wanted to insert a user, I can. So if I say people to insert Wally Insight as an example. One, and then I say NC worker, and 2, and then it's go. So it wrote the SQL for me. So it'll say insert into the users table, first name, last name, user ID, insert timestamp with the values of Wally, Insight, and then the user ID is 1 with the current timestamp, NC worker 2, current timestamp. So after I do that, I click on go. Duplicate 1. Okay. 2, and then I guess 3. It seems like I already have those 2 right now. Let's see. There we go. 2 rows inserted. So users 3 and 4. So now if I wanted to check, select count star from, and then you have to use the Graves marks users, and then I'll click on go. So now I have 4. So yeah, so when I ran it, I clicked on go, so it already has a Wally and an NC worker. So that's what the issue was. They already were created. It is not a good idea to run select star for everything, but what I will say, I will partition it. You can do it because it's like a small amount of users, but it'd be interesting. Where insert timestamp is less than current timestamp. Okay. So yeah, so we do have Wally. We have Wally twice, and we have insert NC worker twice, but with 2 different timestamps. Okay, you can delete it like this, or you can write some SQL for it. I'm gonna go ahead and delete the duplicates. Boom, and boom. All right, so now it's just 1 and 2. So yeah, that's just a little bit of database manipulation. Kind of got tripped up on the auto increment because that's literally what I needed it to be for the user ID. I wanted it to auto increment. But yeah, so I was able to create a table. So throughout this whole episode today, what we have done is downloaded we have downloaded XAMPP, and we have also downloaded and installed WordPress. I showed you guys a little bit of database manipulation, how to create a table, a database, and then how to log in to your admin portal for your control panel and PHP My Admin. So we kind of went through quite a bit in this session. Hopefully, you guys found it useful. To the next one we're going to be doing on this topic is I'm going to be showing you guys like the actual like WordPress, and like you'll see like the back end for your admin portal. So I'll create a database in there using the PHP My Admin for the website, and then after I create the website database, then I'll be able to log in, show you guys how to do like setups with your themes, and we can just go from there. So yeah, guys, hopefully it was enjoyable and useful. All of this is 100% free to get started. If you do want to get into tech with building up websites, as you can see, it's a lot more to building these websites than just doing the HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. There's a lot more to it. There's like the database side. There is the HTML, CSS, and JavaScript for the front end. But then you also have the APIs that actually, like, where do you actually get this information from? How does a website allow for you to play YouTube videos on your own personal website? Because they use APIs. They have the networking piece and the security. Like when I was trying to install XAMPP and WordPress, I had my firewall was trying to stop me as I was doing it. So you have the security side as well. There's a lot of different facets to doing this type of project that gives you experience in many different ways. So hopefully you guys enjoyed it, see some value in it. That's the whole purpose of it. I am not asking for money to do this series. I'm just simply showing you guys something I find enjoyable, and hopefully it helps some people out if you are interested in getting into tech. And also, I have to say is that if you are somebody who is having a hard time getting into tech, doing a project like this will be able to help out with you getting a job, whether it's with a corporate entity or like a large business or a small business. There's a lot of small business owners who could use somebody with this type of a background in databases and websites, security. There's so many different things that you can do with small businesses with this type of project. So we're kind of going through a lot of different things. It's very technical. It can get very technical. I'm not going to try to be too technical with everything. I'll try to make it somewhat relatable. And I'm just putting out content every single day for the month of December. And I thought doing this project may not only help me get some content, but also give people something to look forward to. So with that being said, guys, I appreciate you all. It's like 12:20 a.m. and I'm about to head on to bed. Yeah, look at me. I'm over here at 12:20 live streaming me building a website from scratch. No, not from scratch, but you know, like the harder way, right? Because I already have a website. But Yeah, guys. I appreciate you all. Appreciate you, Wally, for tuning in. And I will see you all in the next video.